Hey guys, and welcome to another devlog video for the Animal Behavior Kit. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys two new features that are coming in 1.3 that have actually come from requests from you guys in the community. The first one is actually very simple, and if you go here to the setup behavior, there is going to be a section called behavior location, and if you expand here, before in 1.2 what you have is one single value that you can configure that tells the AI how long to wait when it's idle. So whether the AI is going to a random location in the nav mesh or inside a volume or following a path, when it arrives at the destination, it'll wait for a specific amount of time in seconds and then it'll pick a new location. So one of you guys from the community on Discord suggested that instead of having a single value, I add a range. So every single time the animal stops, it picks a random value between the minimum and maximum that you see here. In this case, it's X and Y, but X is the min and Y is the max. Fairly simple change, and I think it adds quite a bit to the kit because now it doesn't look as robotic, right? In this case, by default, the animal will wait between 0 seconds to 6 seconds. If I click play here, and by the way, I'm using the camera actor, you'll see that when the alligator stops, right here it stops for a very short time, probably less than 1 second, and then when it stops again, it'll pick now a random value to stop. And you see now it's waiting a little longer, actually close to 6 seconds, and then it goes and continues to move on. So actually very simple, but it gives you the ability to add even more randomness. And if you guys remember, there is a section here called random movement. This is already in 1.2, and you guys already see that by default I am adding a range for speed and acceleration on your animal. So whatever max speed you have configured and whatever acceleration you configure, I'm picking between 70% to 100% of that speed, and for accelerations between 50% and 100% every single time the animal moves. So the speed that the animal moves every time is going to be randomized here. So now you can not only randomize that, but you can randomize the amount of time that the animal stops. So I'm not gonna say who it is, but thank you for the suggestion. You know who you are in the community. Fairly simple to add. I added this a few nights ago, and I think it adds quite a bit. Again, it's all about adding randomness to the behavior. So if you have a bunch of crocodiles moving around, they're all going to behave slightly differently, even with the exact same settings. All right, and the second one, which I'm actually pretty excited about, is the ability to use turn animations. And I was not actually planning to do this, but the person that is actually helping us by giving us a new model for the swimming component, he's going to be giving us a duck model. He was asking about using turn animations. So I decided to go ahead and implement it as a thank you to him for being so generous and helping us out by giving us the free models and the animations. So basically what this means is that a lot of the animals that you get in the marketplace, like say this crocodile, which I got from the marketplace, if you look at the animations, there will be some animations that are, for example, a walking animation, right, going in front, but there'll be a walking turn animation like this one, which is walking turn left and walking turn right. But by default, ABK uses a one-dimensional blend space, and if you can see here, all I'm doing here is going from idle all the way to simply walking. I am not using the turn animations. And if you do that, what happens is, if I just click play here, you'll see that when the animal rotates, it'll rotate its body, but the animation is going to play as if it was going forward. So if you don't have the animation, this is basically the only option you have. Look at it, how it rotates, right? But if you had the animation to turn, it would be kind of nice to use them. So I've added a new option here. And if you now go under setup animations, there's a new Boolean called calculate animation yaw. And basically what this does is it quickly calculates the delta rotation between on every frame for the animal. And with this, I can determine if the animal is moving left or right. And based on that, I can now pass the value from the blueprint to the animation blueprint, and I'm going to call it yaw. And if I go now to the blend space, I can now have a 2D blend space where I can not only have the speed, but I can actually have a yaw value that would control the animations. So a lot of speak if you're not familiar with animations, but the point is, it's very, very simple. All you will need to do is click on this Boolean, and on your animation blueprint, simply get this value, just the same way I did, and plug in your blend space. And now you can see that as the alligator turns, it's turning by using the animation as well. Now it looks a little funky, and that's because you do have to play around with the settings, the rotation rate, and the blend space numbers, but it gives you the idea of kind of that it is possible now. For your specific animals, obviously you would have to tweak the values properly, but you can see here that we have now an animation. So it could be smoother. Definitely, you can see here that it kind of transitions slowly to the front, but at least it is possible now to have this option. So thank you for all your help. You know who you are. I'm going to obviously include this in 1.3 as officially the last feature, the last new feature. I'm currently working on everything else that's been a work in progress, as you can see here. But I just figured I'll add this in, even if it's not the most polished thing, to now allow for that use of animation. So that's it, guys. Those are the two things I wanted to show you guys today. Like I said, I am working as much as I can every night, trying to polish all of the work in progress features. So we are moving closer and closer to release. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.